Hello, everybody. I don't know what's going on at the test stand, but today is a great day for a hot fire. Yeah. Right now we're doing quality checks on the VENM test stand. So we're checking to make sure that everything looks good with electrical outputs, and we're almost ready to go. It's going to be a fun day in Amherst. And we're back, guys. So, like I said before, this is our hot fire test. This is a really important test. It's been 3 years in the making, so that's super exciting. There's a bunch of different people who've all contributed, and it's really incredible to see all this hard work in action. This hot fire's been much anticipated, and we can't wait to see it. The engine should produce around 500 pound-force of thrust, which is really awesome, and we're hoping to get it in a rocket sometime this spring. So that should be really cool. On the screen you can see some of our leadership. Ryan DiPolito is on the test stand right now. We're continuing to perform quality checks. These are important because when we complete the quality checks, it makes sure that our engine's put together correctly, which is super cool. Hi guys, welcome to the VENM Hot Fire. We got everything up and running. Everything's gonna work. I'm Julia, I'm a liquid engine lead, and I'm super excited because we're gonna see a hot fire, which is insane. This is the first hot fire in the state of Ohio by a student research and design liquid engine. So that's a crazy achievement. We're gonna be doing some interviews with some of the people that are here to watch. So stay tuned because it's really exciting. We're starting our filling procedure. So that's really exciting. We're filling the tanks with ethanol as our fuel and nitrous oxide as our oxidizer, and they'll mix in a 4-to-1 ratio in our combustion chamber, and hopefully they'll combust. We've done 3 cold flows and a lot of water pressure testing to make sure that everything works. But today will be the first time that the engine actually ignites, so it's going to be a really fun day. All right, so we're going to be starting our interviews. You want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Sure. My name is Nicole Zimmerly. I'm the current treasurer of the Acronauts.
All right, cool.
Yeah, what do you want me to...
So what sub-team were you primarily on?
So last year I was structures lead. So I worked mostly with the structural design of our Emergence 2 rocket and the I Promise rocket that we flew last year. This year I'm kind of transitioning more to be a little bit more well-rounded among multiple different teams. I feel like I learned a lot on structures already, so I'm trying to learn more liquid engine things this year. I'm going to be doing a senior design project with Dylan for the liquid engine this upcoming year, and we're making a regeneratively cooled liquid engine, so that's really awesome, called Hornet. That's our next big liquid engine project that we're going to be working on. And I'm trying to get a little bit more of avionics background because I'm a mechanical engineering major and I don't have much electrical background, so I want to learn through the team.
All right.
Yeah.
So what projects are you interested in on avionics?
On avionics, they're doing some... So there's a part of the aerospace industry called guidance, navigation, and control, which is the people that guide the launch vehicles that work, they're the people who guide the launch vehicles, and avionics is doing some of that with their flight computer. So I want to learn a little bit of that. I am taking a control systems class right now, actually, and I really enjoy it. So.
Where did it go? Oh, there we go.
Okay. Yeah, so they're doing some Kalman filter, stuff like that, and that's what I've been working on. Or that's what I want to...
That's awesome. So what are you most looking forward to seeing today?
Today, I guess just the hot fire. It's the first hot fire of our team. Very excited for it. A lot of people worked on it for over 3 years now, I think. And I just kind of recently started getting more involved with the liquid engine program here since I was so launch vehicle based in the past. Mm-hmm. And it's been really cool to pick up the system recently, understand how it works, and see the excitement that everyone else has for it too. So it's going to be a 3-second hot fire, right?
Hopefully, yeah.
And I'm excited for it. I think it'll go well. I have high hopes for it, and I have optimism for it. Everyone's been working really hard. They've thought of a lot of failure methods and have tried to mitigate those already. So I really think it'll work.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So thanks. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
No problem.
That was awesome. It was a lot of information. I'm so glad that we're able to have so many of our sub teams here, mm-hmm. and there's a lot of representation for everyone on the team. I think it's great.
Absolutely. Yeah, we have a lot of awesome projects coming up. Besides Liquid Engine 2, we'll have our Emergence 3 launch vehicle flying in December, hopefully, at Friends of Amateur Rocketry in Mojave. So we'll have that project that's being worked on across all the subsystems, not Liquid Engine. That's going to be a solid motor, 2-stage, sub-minimum diameter for both the first and second stage. It's a 4-inch sustainer and 6-inch booster.
Sweet.
So that'll be very exciting.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are here that work on that project. Obviously, a lot of people who work on the Liquid Engine are here for the Liquid Engine Hot Fire. But there's a lot of new members here too, which I'm really excited to see, and see all the excitement towards all of the Acronauts projects.
There's a lot of new member representation, which is awesome.
Absolutely.
You want to explain what sub-minimum diameter is?
Oh yeah, sure. So for rockets, there's the typical rocket where you have your body tubes and the motor that sits inside of the rocket, and usually you have what's called centering rings that hold the motor in place and keep it concentric with the rest of the rocket. But a minimum diameter motor is when the motor casing outside diameter is the same as the inside diameter on the body tube. But we're flying what we call sub-minimum diameter, where there's no body tube around the motor casing. So that's what we'll be flying in December with our Emergence 3 launch vehicle. So that's very exciting.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, we flew one sub-minimum diameter rocket where there's no body tube around the motor last March at FAR.
Awesome.
So sounds good. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for doing this.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see the hot fire.
Oh yeah.
See you guys.
Alright guys, sorry about that. We had a little bit of trouble with the webcam stuff, but we got it figured out. Right now, we're putting the igniter in, which is super exciting. So we finished the filling procedure and we're inserting the igniter into the combustion chamber. We also have a couple different colleges here, and one of them is YSU, so we actually have a person from YSU now.
Hi, how you doing?
Hey, what's up?
Oh, not too much.
Awesome. So you want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm Matt Kinkella. I'm the Vice President of YSU's Rocket Club, and I'm excited to be here today.
Awesome. What projects is YSU working on?
So this year we're going to compete in the Spaceport America Cup again in the 10,000 foot division.
That's so cool.
I'm on the senior design team for that, so I'm pretty excited.
That's awesome. What kind of projects are going in your rocket for Spaceport this year?
One thing that we're working on is we're trying to perfect an air brake system, just so we can overshoot and then cut it off at the exact altitude we want. So that's something we're really excited about. We got some programming to figure out first, but we're getting there.
That's so cool. So have you had success at Spaceport before?
Last year we placed, I think, 33rd in our division, so out of 100 and some teams. So we were pretty happy about that. We're a pretty new club. That was our first year competing there, so we're pretty excited.
Yeah, that's awesome. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
So what are you looking forward to seeing here today at our hot fire?
Well, when I heard about you guys' liquid motor, I was pretty excited because we have worked on theoretically designing one in the past, and I'm just excited to see it in action. And good luck to you guys.
Thank you so much. That was awesome. So yeah.
All right, thanks. I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having us.
Of course. Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
All right. We're about to have another interview. There's a lot of school representation here, so we actually have some representatives from Case Western Reserve's rocket design team.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, so my name's Russell. I'm the president this year for our Case Rocket team.
Oh, that's awesome. So what projects is Case currently working on?
So our biggest project is the Spaceport America Cup. Last year was our first year competing in person, which was pretty cool. We actually won the 10K COTS category. So sort of riding off of that win, we're trying to up our game and participate in the 30K COTS. So right now we're in very much the early design phase. So we're playing around an open rocket, playing around just sort of with simulations all around and trying to make it work. And we're pretty close. So we're really excited about that.
That's awesome. How are the simulations going?
They're going well. We remembered that boat tails exist, so that helped quite a lot. But we're getting there. The big question right now is, can we keep air brakes on our rocket and still get to 30K, because it makes it a little longer, a little more drag. So we're playing around with that, but hopefully we'll be able to get a 30K capable rocket with air brakes, and it'll be good.
That's
We're looking
awesome.
forward to it.
Well, congratulations on your success
Thank
at
you so much.
Spaceport.
Thank you so much.
I hope you guys continue with that. You guys were really cool to see at Spaceport last year, too.
Yeah, it was great meeting all the teams, especially you guys. Your rocket was awesome.
Oh, thank
It's
you.
really awesome.
Your guys' rocket was really cool as well. So, what are you looking forward to seeing here today at the Hot Fire?
Well, I mean, this will be my first hot fire I've ever attended, so it was really great to see a liquid engine in person. I'm really excited to see what happens to it. I hope it goes well. From everything you guys have said, it sounds like you guys are set up for success, which is really awesome. I want to see how it goes, and I also going to ask your guys to see if I can see some of the data afterwards, because I'm really interested in it. But yeah, I think what you guys are doing is great. You know, for Ohio, for your school, it's a really great opportunity, and it's great that I can, bring our members to see, like, this is somewhere where we could be in a few years, maybe we try.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think this opens a lot of doors for rocket teams in Ohio as well. We were represented pretty well at Spaceport too, though.
Yeah.
So it's been really cool actually to see everyone get together and everything. But yeah.
I know we had been talking with a few Ohio teams about having, like, how they have the Chili Cup for the New Mexico teams. We were talking about I think we were talking about a Skyline Chili Cup for the Ohio team. So that'll be kind of cool. Not
That'd
an
be so
official thing, just a
awesome.
little unofficial little competition between teams, which would be nice.
That would be so cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
and we could do it in a place like this too.
Yeah, it'd be really great. Yeah, I mean, it's great to have Notre here that we can launch with them, to lower altitudes, and for higher flights we get just a few hours south of us to go to Tripoli, mid-Ohio. We're in a great place to launch rockets. It's really awesome.
Awesome. Yeah, that's so true. Well, thank you so much
Yeah, of
for
course.
interviewing and for showing up today. We're
course.
really
Happy to
excited
be
to
here.
have a bunch of representatives from different schools, so it's really cool that you guys could
Yeah,
be here today.
we're happy to be invited, happy to be here, having a great time.
Oh yeah, thank you so
Awesome.
much.
Thank you so much.
Right. So that was Case Western Reserve's rocket team. Super exciting stuff to see what they have in store at the Spaceport competition. It's going to be really exciting to see a lot of representation from Ohio there. So that's really cool. Our Spaceport America competition happens in New Mexico. There were over 200 teams last year that launched in the middle of the desert, and it was a really cool experience, and we traded around a lot of knowledge, so it was a good time. All right, guys, we're going to continue with the series of interviews while we continue getting the stand ready. I'm not sure where they're currently at. It looks like the igniter's been fully installed on the test stand, so we should see a hot fire soon. So we actually have some of the leads as parents here today. I'd like to introduce our liquid engine lead, Seth's dad, Ray.
Want me to come over and have a seat?
Yes.
Okay.
So you can go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hello there, I'm Ray Arkwright. I'm Seth Arkwright's dad. Seth is one of the members of the rocketry team. I am an electrical engineer in the automotive industry, and Seth's mom was also an automotive engineer. Seth's grandfather was also an engineer, so he's had engineering in his blood for a long time.
That's awesome. So what does it mean to you to see your son get this opportunity here today?
So I'm super excited about this. Seth has basically known he's wanted to be an engineer since he was 5 years old. And we used to launch model rockets at at our family reunion in central Pennsylvania since he was that age. So as he knew he wanted to be in aerospace, and as we visited colleges, what really set off the excitement for him to come to Akron was the fact that Akron had a rocketry team. And the other colleges he was looking at did not. That is definitely what drew him to Akron, and we're very excited about it.
That's awesome. So the liquid engine opportunity has kind of been built from the ground up, and it's a very recent thing that was added to the university, and Seth's gotten really involved with that. So do you see that as like another opportunity for growth there?
Oh, absolutely. I think that, to my knowledge, when we were looking at colleges, the liquid fueled rocket component of the Acronauts really didn't even exist, or was certainly very much in its infancy. So to have this new thing coming along that Seth is a big part of is very exciting. And if I heard correctly, this is the first student-designed liquid rocket engine to ever be hot-fired. I don't know if in the state of Ohio at least.
Mm-hmm.
And for him to be a part of that is fantastic.
Definitely. It's a great opportunity. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
For talking to us today. We're really excited to have you here, and we're really excited for this opportunity. So
we'll be watching, and we're super excited too, and thanks for having me.
Of course. Thank you.
Yep.
All right, guys, an exciting update. We're starting the oxidizer fill. So we're about T-minus 10 minutes till hot fire. Yeah, it's going to be
wild.
Super exciting. Oh my gosh, the first hot fire in the state of Ohio is 10 minutes away. So I'm sitting here with a recent graduate and the former president of our rocket design team, Emily.
Yes.
You want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, so I was on rocket team for 5 years, graduated back in May. Like she said, I was the president for 2 years, so proud of how the team's come along since then. Now I work up at NASA Glenn Research Center, so like repping Artemis with my t-shirt.
All right.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So you work at NASA now then, right?
Yep.
What kind of projects are you working on at NASA post-graduation?
Yeah, I work in the chemical and thermal propulsion branch, so it's kind of crazy. I do data analysis for hot fires for the engines for NASA, which is awesome that the astronauts are now doing hot fires themselves. So it's awesome.
That's crazy. So you've seen this get built from the ground up, basically.
Yeah, when I was an underclassman, some of the seniors started this out as a senior design project, and then a couple of them actually came today. Blake and Matthew Repa have also worked on it. But yeah, watching them design it and then see all the iterations of it, and then finally get to where it is today.
It's an exciting day.
Yeah, congrats guys.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, congrats on your opportunities too.
Thanks.
All right, guys, we're super close to the hot fire. Right now, it looks like the pad managers are leaving the stand, which means that the NOS nitrous oxide is currently filling the tanks on the test stand. This is super exciting. We're in the final moments before we see a hot fire, which is crazy. So okay, guys, so we are in the final moments before our hot fire. The tank is currently ready, and we're almost ready to go. So that's really exciting. I'm here with our current president, Riley Myers.
Hello.
You want to tell them about yourself?
Oh boy, okay. I'm a fourth year mechanical engineering major, so I've been on the team starting out my fourth year now. I'm very excited to see this test happen.
All right.
Let's go.
So we're going to be sitting here watching the hot fire every second with you guys. Yeah, so you want to say a little bit about the projects currently on the team and all that?
All right, what else do we have going on? So aside from our phenomenal liquid engine program that you're witnessing at the moment, we also have our solids program. Julia, you're one of our solids leads. But we have our Emergence series, which is aimed at getting a rocket to space.
Yeah.
So the Kármán line, well, how high is that? 328,000 feet?
Something along those lines,
Roughly,
yeah.
close enough. Yeah, so we've launched 2 rockets in that series so far. The most recent one went about 22,000 feet, and our next one's going to be launched in December, and we're aiming at 70K.
Yeah.
So that's a very exciting thing to watch out for. What else do we have going on the team?
We have the I Promise outreach.
Oh
the
yeah,
STEM outreach.
always. We have so much outreach going on. We love working with our local schools. getting, the younger generation excited about STEM. That's definitely my favorite part of the team. I don't mean to be biased.
You want to talk about some of the outreach opportunities we have?
Okay, yeah. So the past couple years we ran a program called the I Promise Project. There's a lot of people on our team today wearing I Promise Project shirts. But that was when we partnered with the LeBron James Family Foundation and the I Promise School to bring STEM to their middle schoolers. We worked with all of their 5th grade class, so about 250 of them by the end of it. We just spent a whole day with each classroom, taught them about rocketry and, some exciting ways they can apply what they're learning in their math and science classes. And then they were actually able to put their handprints on the rocket that we launched in our spaceport competition in June.
How did the spaceport competition go?
It went really well, actually. We got a 2nd stage ignition, which is super exciting, and we also won the James Pifaro Technical Excellence Award, so that's very exciting.
It was really cool. And I heard that the I Promise rocket is going to be displayed in the I Promise school.
It will be. So we're going to rebuild the sustainer. There's a little bit of malfunction in flight there, so part of that needs rebuilt, but after that's done, it's going to be donated back to the LeBron James Family Foundation and the I Promise School, and it'll be displayed in their foyer. That way, we're still inspiring 5th graders to come.
That's really cool. So how do you feel about the legacy of that project with the rocket displayed in the I Promise School?
It makes me so happy. It's kind of wild to see the kind of impact that we have on kids. There were days that we walked into the classroom and they would look at us like, "What are you doing here? I don't care about rockets. Please go away. Like, you're interrupting my school day. I don't want anything to do with this." But then by the end of it, they were super excited. They were building paper rockets, and they were the ones that were, working harder and harder to build another one to try to go further and further. Like, they just got so excited. I had a couple kids tell me they wanted to be astronauts. I had one kid tell me he was coming home with us to be on the Acronauts that day. So that was super exciting as well. So just be able to put a big, symbol of what we did there in the school for years to come is so incredible.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Of course.
That's such a cool opportunity, for real.
Absolutely.
Now we got this opportunity, which is insane too.
Yeah.
We're just out here breaking records.
Right now, we're beginning oxidizer fill. Right.
All right. It sounds like we're beginning the oxidizer filling.
Mm-hmm.
So that's exciting.
Oh yeah. All right, so we have confirmation that nitrous oxide is currently flowing on the test stand, which means that our tanks are being filled up. So we're almost there.
We're getting close.
We're more than halfway through the hot fire procedure. This is super exciting.
It's very exciting.
We're opening fill currently. This should be our last cycle, and we should be at around 8 pounds of oxidizer in the tank.
All right, we should be at around 8 pounds of oxidizer in the tank. If you guys could hear over the walkie-talkie, we got some status updates there for you guys. So yeah. So, as president, we can see some of the decals on our test stand, and you put them there, right?
I did. I was up all night finishing them. Does that sound like static?
In a moment, I'm going to say
Alright guys, we're super close. In a moment you're going to see a 10-second timer on the camera. And that's it. That's go time.
10-second countdown right now. Let me know when you begin.
Okay. So I think it's that one, right? Alright. Here we go. Alright.
Did you get that 10-second countdown going?
Ten-second countdown's beginning now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, 1. We should be receiving a status update shortly.
We currently ran the test. We're unsure if we got ignition. We're verifying.
We're verifying ignition right now.
Okay, so what we are doing at this point, we are going to kind of basically take the system to a dormant state. We're going to vent the nitrous and everything, have personnel go out, close the hand valve on the tank, then we'll be returning to our command station to verify whether or not we got ignition. We're going to have to look at the data to find out what the status is.
Okay, it sounds like they're going to take the test stand and put it in a dormant state, so they're going to have someone, and then they're going to have someone go out there and open some of the valves up, and then they're going to look at the data that we collected and see if we got ignition.
So as of right now, the status of ignition is still up in the air.
So regardless of how the results come back with the ignition attempt here, everyone here just witnessed the first ever attempt at a liquid engine student designed hot fire here in the state of Ohio. So this is still very exciting.
Yeah, we're still making history. All right, guys. So we just got a picture in our Discord server of a snapshot of what the engine looked like.
Getting duct tape to fix the engine. Try not to say that all crazy. Unless I already said it.
So
You did, thank you.
Okay, roger that. Basically the situation is the friction fit that we have between our igniter holder and between our combustion chamber is not great enough to resist the force of the propellant flowing. So all we need to do is hold that igniter in there a little bit longer. We're going to achieve that by duct taping that thing on. The force of the duct tape holding it on is not going to be greater than the force of the engine, and that will rip that thing right on back out. So that is what we are doing. So shout out to duct tape. They're doing good things over there in the duct tape world. We are very appreciative. Praise duct tape. And then we all go home happy today, aren't we?
all right, guys. So they're currently getting duct tape to hold the igniter within the combustion chamber, as the pressure in the combustion chamber was too much for the igniter and it shot out before anything could happen. But we did get that really cool snapshot from our Discord. And you heard the voice of our project manager and operations manager for the day, John Davis. So yeah, I think he's right. Praise duct tape.
So I believe the steps moving forward are going to be put the stand in a dormant state to be able to go back out there and rearm it with another igniter and fill those tanks once again.
All right. Current status is that we are looking for duct tape.
We can pretty we can pretty confidently say that we've yet to go to a rocket launch without duct tape, so we're a little disappointed in ourselves here. At our first ever liquid engine hot fire test, we forgot to bring the duct tape, but luckily one of our spectators from another school here is going to come save the day, so we're waiting on the duct tape to return, and then we'll be able to make those changes to the igniter setup.
And then hopefully it's Hep 2. All right, guys. So an important update, we found out that we actually did get combustion on the first attempt. So that's insane. That was a successful hot fire attempt. All right, guys, I have another status update. So we did have a successful hot fire attempt, right? We got combustion. We ended up with 300 pounds of thrust, which was below our initial estimate, but it's still really good for our first time hot firing. An insane day. All right, guys, another status update. We've got people walking up to the stand to see if it's safe, but we're going to try again. Even though we got a successful hot fire, we're going to try again with the duct tape and see if that makes a difference in the amount of thrust and the pressure we have in the combustion chamber. So, I mean, if we've got the fuel and the oxidizer, why not, right? So you'll see Seth Arkwright. You heard his dad talk earlier. He's one of the pad managers for the day. And then in the background, you'll see our environmental health and safety lead, Janice Mario. We're going to go back to quality checks and we start the testing process. Alright, Jen and Seth have returned to the trailer, so we should be hearing back shortly about the status and when we should be expecting the testing procedure to restart. Looking forward to a good second attempt at a hot fire. All right, guys, so we're back with the Chief Mechanical Engineer for the team, Ryan DiPolito.
Wait, am I close enough?
Yeah.
Is this close enough? Cool.
Oh, here.
How's it going?
We're good. So you want to talk about how the test went?
Yeah. So we, initially, we didn't see a flame or like a plume, so we were kind of unsure about whether or not we actually had combustion. We assumed initially that just the force of, I guess, the propellants flooding the chamber was what blew the igniter off rather than actual combustion taking place. But since looking at the thrust data on the load cell, we actually have a clean curve at about 250 to 300 pounds of thrust coming from the engine right when we initiated the burn time. So like we're under the assumption currently that we had a actual hot fire. The biggest thing that I guess was the confusing part is ethanol and nitrous oxide both burn at a colorless flame, so you're not supposed to see it, but given the fact that we have a graphite nozzle and an phenolic ablative liner, we were expecting to see some discoloration. But now, I guess re-going over the video, we can see some sort of plume. It's just clear, so it almost kind of looks like you ever imagine like a mirage type thing in like heat discoloration that you'd see on the horizon in like a desert, for instance. That's kind of what you see in the video. We do, however, just to kind of confirm that, we are going to go inspect the ablative liner out there, which is just kind of I guess the protective layer on the inside of the combustion chamber, and if we see, we'll be able to tell from looking at that whether or not there was combustion taking place, because the combustion's at least supposed to happen at about 3,100 degrees Kelvin, which is like 2,800 degrees Fahrenheit, something high like that. I don't know. But so we would see, I guess, that amount of heat taking place in the chamber. So we still have to look at that. We're waiting for everything to depressurize so the stand's safe to walk up to. And then we're going to go look at that. And also, we're also going to inspect and make sure, if our ablative and our nozzle don't have any damage on them. We still have fuel in the tank, so we might do another hot fire, because we have a whole nother igniter prepped. So it's kind of where we're at. Yeah.
And were you able to find duct tape?
We do have we went out, we sent the duct tape platoon back to the high school we parked at, and I think we have a few good rolls, so that's another update, is when we put the next igniter on, we're going to duct tape it really, really hard, and if it still blows off, like enough to where we would know that the propellants flooding the chamber wouldn't take the igniter off, and if it still blows off, then we can pretty much confirm combustion at that point. So yeah, right now it seems really exciting.
Yeah, that's awesome. So we just had like the first successful hot fire in Ohio then.
I think so. Yeah. It's weird. Maybe we need to put some, I don't know, find a way to put some food coloring in our ethanol or something so it looks cooler. But yeah.
That sounds awesome.
Not really, I'm joking. Dylan would kill me if he heard me say that. But
would food coloring change the color that
I don't know.
burns?
I don't know. I'm bullshitting. But yeah, it's exciting stuff.
Yeah.
Is there any, I guess, like yeah, so probably I would say that next hot fire would take place about 30, 45 minutes. Probably a safe bet. Yeah.
So we're very close to a second test then, if we were going to do
I would hope so. We have to check everything out there and make sure that we can, but if it's going to take place, probably around, I would bet 245, 230.
All right, sweet. So how did the data look then?
Good. I mean, mainly like the chamber pressure and thrust came out to about like, it was like 250 to 300 pound force and then PSI, and they kind of matched, which is about what we expected. And yeah, everything looked really good. We didn't have, we were able to see too that the couple second burn time we had, we didn't lose that much fuel in either tank. The only thing we're limited on is the nitrous bottle should last us a while, but the ethanol tank, that was like a finite bottle that we brought out here. So but we still have probably about 75% of that left, so we got enough fuel to burn.
All right, sweet. How are we looking on the oxidizer for nitrous?
It's good. Yeah. Those tanks usually last us a minute. We've done with the, I guess, nitrous tank that we have out there. we've been able to do multiple cold flows on one of those. So like a couple, 3 to 4 3-second pulses off of that tank. So we're definitely good on that.
All right, sweet.
Yeah. So cool stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Yep. Cool.
Holla holla.
Congratulations.
You're part of the team too. Congratulations.
All right, so next we have one of our liquid engine leads, Luke, who was ground crew for the hot fire. Oop. Didn't respond.
We can hear you.
Just letting y'all know that we are walking out to the test stand currently to do a visual inspection of the chamber, determine its current status, kind of what the status of the ablative liner and the ejector face are. And everything at the stand is vented to ambient, system is safe, hand valve is closed on the nitrous fill tank, and once we get a little more data, we'll know if we're hot firing again or if we're not. So, more data to come.
All right.
Roger that, over.
So we've just gotten confirmed that everything's back to ambient pressure. You're about to see them walk out to the combustion chamber to take a look at the graphite nozzle and the ablative that you just heard Ryan talk about. If they look good, we should be ready to do a second test. But yeah, right now I'm here with Luke, who's one of our liquid engine leads. He was on ground crew for the hot fire, and yeah, if you want to talk about yourself and how the test went for you.
Sure. So, my name's Luke Paquette. I'm a third-year aerospace engineer here at the University of Akron. I'm our current co-lead for the liquid rocket engine integration sub-team. It falls under the liquid engine sub-team. I think it went great. Personally, it was what I was expecting. Up until this test, I did not know that it burned colorless. That was news to me. But combustion was detected and it all went well. I'm very proud of the work that we've all put in today, and I'm excited to see what's moving forward. The sub-team that I'm currently leading up, integrations, is responsible for putting everything seen on the test stand right now into a flyable rocket, a VENM launch vehicle. So we'll have a rocket with its own engine module, which will consist of, again, everything seen on the live stream. We'll have to do a lot of redesigning of components, and I'm looking forward to it. It's a really fun sub-team, great team. I'm glad to be a part of it. Yeah, I think Liquid Engine needs a lot more people, so anyone listening, you should definitely join. There's a lot of work to be done, and I mean, we've made history today, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. First successful student research and design hot fire in Ohio.
Yeah.
Actually, first hot fire in Ohio, like first student research and design hot fire in Ohio, period.
Liquid Engine, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited to move forward. To reiterate what John had relayed to us on the walkie-talkie, currently visual inspections are being done on the test stand. They're going to inspect the components of our nozzle, of our engine assembly.
Someone needs to bring out duct tape, I think was the message that was just conveyed over the walkie-talkie.
John, I'll see what I can do. All right, I'll be back, maybe? I'll be back.
All right. So that interview got cut a little short. We're going to go see if we can get someone to bring out the duct tape that we found. And then we're going to duct tape the igniter back in and start all over. So it should be a good time. We won't need to refill ethanol because, like you've heard before, we have a lot of it still left in the tank, which is great news. So the one thing we'll just need to do is refill the nitrous tank, and then we'll be good to go. We're looking at about T-minus 25 minutes until a possible second test. The engine is being inspected currently. That was one of our liquid engine R&D leads, Anna, who just looked at the GoPro. Anna Cusi Almeida. She's wonderful. She's also one of the media leads, and she set up the live stream. So, really exciting stuff. We're really happy to have her. I believe the duct tape has just been distributed. Coming back from the stand now. Luke is coming back from the stand now. He just waved at us.
Alright.
Right. How was that little venture?
It was fun. Long time out of shape. Yeah, so currently they are running through some checks, talking with our advisor, making some decisions for the team on whether or not we are going to attempt to have another hot fire. If the answer is no, then we have still successfully hot fired today, which is a great thing. If the answer is yes, then I don't know, we kind of get like a 2-for-1 ticket here. Get to see 2 hot fires, the first and second hot fire in Ohio.
That's pretty exciting.
Yeah. How do you feel about it, Julia?
I feel really excited. I'm glad that we had good combustion.
Yeah,
good
me
combustion
too.
data the first time out. That's pretty cool. Did you see the ablative or anything like that? How did the combustion chamber look?
I did not get a check. People with much more expertise and inspection skill are doing that right now. I doubt, having helped one of the members on our team design the current injector, I doubt that any damage was done to the injector face.
Mm-hmm.
I also doubt that much damage was done to the ablative. Only thing that's up for question of durability for continuing the potential test is the current nozzle made of graphite. It does have some manufacturing chips in it, which were not the best and could lead to further weaknesses. That's my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Mine and mine alone. But we were cleared for that on the first hot fire, so I have high hopes that we'll be cleared for it on the second.
Did anything look deposited on the nozzle?
Ground? Oh, on the nozzle? I did not get a good look. On the ground, though, I did not see anything.
Mm-hmm.
To my knowledge, this may or may not be true. But I think I remember middle school science class. Ethanol should have been evaporated by now, anything that was deposited, and nitrous oxide should be deposited now too. And it was deemed safe by our officers and health advisors that we can be out there right now.
Sweet. So who's out there currently?
Oh boy, okay. I've got bad vision. Currently we have who is that? We have Blake Bowser, one of our alumni, currently inspecting the nozzle. We have Dylan Petty, our current vice president, out there inspecting the nozzle. We have Chris, I don't know his last name, do you?
Chris Pearson?
Chris Pearson, our advisor, out there helping inspections go along. We have Ana Almeida. We have
Seth Arkwright?
Yeah, Seth Arkwright, my other co-lead for liquid rocket integration. Andrew Fuller, nozzle carrier.
Janice Mario, environmental health and safety.
Janice Mario, environmental health and safety, just like Julia said. John Spencer,
safety officer.
Safety officer, yep. Yeah, I got real bad vision, so I can't tell.
It looks like Lance Roscoe, our chief electrical engineer, is also out there. It looks like they're inspecting the electrical and valve side of things, while everyone else is inspecting the combustion chamber and discussing. Would you say that that was inaccurate?
I'd say so.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, to recap, we did a great thing today.
Yes,
Great
we
thing
did.
happened. This project has been 3 years in the making.
That's what everyone says.
Dude, it's crazy. I'm right here at the end of it, so I'm getting like cherry picking. Now, this project's been 3 years in the making. Successful hot fire means that we can finally move on to the integration phase, which I'll be responsible for with Seth Arkwright.
And how's that going?
How's that going currently?
Yeah. What kind of projects are you guys working on in integration?
So the biggest project we're currently running into in integration is the fact that our current tank assemblies for our oxidizer and our fuel were not space efficient and were not designed originally to be fit into a rocket.
Just an update. We are hot firing again, ladies and gentlemen.
And
Hot fires in a day. Did 2 launches twice in 2 days. We're going to do it in 1.
we now have the record for the first and second if it's successful.
All right, guys, we just got word from John Davis that we will be doing a second hot fire test today. So that's right, you guys got a 2-for-1 ticket.
Yeah, that means the crew has deemed the engine assembly safe for another hot fire, and that means that the injector face, the ablative, the nozzle have all been cleared for retesting. So that means they will fill again with nitrous. We currently have ethanol still in there. We have enough to do another burn. Can't tell how long. We will do it again.
Yeah.
But yeah, for liquids integrations, our current biggest design project is redesigning the entire tanks. We had a great member of our team who was the manufacturing lead when I first joined, and he had actually put together these tanks and done a lot of research on them, and so I am trying to follow in his footsteps and put together tanks that will reach maximum diameter. Yeah, so 6-inch for our current rockets, and will be able to hold our current fuel and oxidizer, be space efficient, and be able to include the instrumentation and piping required on the test stand integrated into a vehicle. That's our current biggest challenge. I know that there are some research projects going in our research and development team.
Oh yeah.
Who's the lead of that, Julia?
Me and Anna are. So one of our current pad managers, Anna Almeida, and me lead the liquids R&D team, and we basically start with, we'll take this test stand apart afterwards, after the hot fire, and we'll just start making changes. And hopefully we'll be able to come out here and hot fire again, and we'll be able to compare data, and hopefully we'll be able to make bigger and better engines.
I'm looking forward to it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you and I will have to work together a lot because you're making the stuff, I'm putting it into stuff.
Right. It's super exciting. So it's not rocket shaped currently. Our job is to create it, and your job is to make it rocket shaped.
Yeah. 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 I mean, what all I can say has already been said and reiterated multiple times by everyone. I'm so thankful to be a part of this team. It's definitely helped me professionally and academically a large amount. Being able to have access to the great resources put together by our student-led organization has been a blessing. It was probably one of the best decisions I made in high school, and it was a large contributor to the reason why I came to Akron in the first place. How do you feel about being on the Akronauts now that we've made history?
I mean, I joined last year as a freshman, and to me it was really exciting because it's just been a great group of people who are all interested in the same thing, and that's just this, building things that blow up and making them rocket shaped. So it's been a great experience being on the liquid engine team, being on the solid motor team, and getting to watch some of these launches, as well as getting to watch the first collegiate hot fire in Ohio. That was super exciting. I'm excited for the second one, and I'm really happy to be on the Akronauts. It's been a great day.
I agree. We have a lot of alumni coming out here and supporting us, and it's great to have support from nearby universities. I think Case Western has shown up to support us.
YSU's here as well.
YSU, yep. We've got alumni all over the country. We've got alumni out in Utah. We've got alumni from Florida.
Colorado. Colorado.
Colorado, yeah. All who've flown out to support us, and we've got the support of universities, we've got the support of friends and family. I know some families have shown up here. It's great. I can't say anything new. So,
It's been a great day.
Yeah. Well, yeah, so we're going to hot fire here soon. Hopefully. We're going to run through some more checks, get this back up and going, and I should probably be out there helping because I'm ground crew.
You're on ground crew.
Yeah. So, thank you for having me, Julia.
Yeah,
Been
thank
fun.
you for doing the live stream thing.
Of course.
Good luck.
See you.
Part 2.
Oh, is this your guys'?
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah. Bye, Luke. All right. That's right, folks. You heard it here first. We're about to have a second hot fire opportunity soon. Coming to you live from Amherst. All right, guys, we're back with another liquid engine lead. We got Ana Almeida here.
Hi, everybody.
You want to talk about, just like introduce yourself and then talk a little bit about how the test went?
Yeah, sure. So I'm Ana, as Julia said. I'm working in the liquid engine R&D. So basically up to the test of hot fire, that's under our sub-team that we work together. So yeah, we work designing, testing, characterizing all the engines so that we can integrate in the future that into a rocket, which falls under the vehicle integration sub-team. I also work with media, so I've been working extensively with the live streaming. Yeah, and I'm really glad that everything's running smoothly now. Regarding the test, we had a very successful test so far, but we are also running, going through some of our procedures to be able to try hot firing a second time. We have inspected our ablative liner and it looks great, so that gives us the go for hot firing a second time. And other than that, we kind of expected it to have color, and so that's why we were unsure if we had propellant ignition. But it turns out that we had, and we generated thrust, about 300 pounds of thrust, and we were operating at nominal combustion chamber pressure, so that's a very good sign. Yeah, so I'm really excited to try again and see how far can we get again. And also, yes, our mixture of propellant, both the ethanol and nitrous oxide, turns out that they burn without color, so that's why we didn't see the color coming out. The first fire we could notice was actually from the igniter. So yeah, afterwards, after the ignition itself of the propellants, we couldn't see anything else anymore. So very exciting.
It is very exciting. That's super cool. So you were pad manager for the hot fire as well.
Yeah.
So how did that go?
That went really smoothly as well. I was working with Seth. Actually, we are still working. But yeah, so we basically did all the procedures related to filling the tanks with both the fuel itself and the oxidizer. And then we did all the checks, the last minute checks before having the go for hot firing. So it went very smoothly, just as yeah, we have been doing this several times during cold flows, so certainly experience has helped us to get here and have success.
Nice, awesome. Well, congratulations on the first successful hot fire
For the both of us.
Oh yeah.
And our team. But yeah, it's been great. I hope you guys are enjoying it as much as we are down here. It's been a great time, and yeah, keep tuned in because we have other engines in the oven. So soon they are also being tested. So yeah, pretty exciting.
Oh yeah, awesome.
Now back to the pad.
Thank you so much. See ya.
Did I turn in the microphone?
Oh. And we're back. I have the vice president and main contributor to the Liquid Engine here, Dylan Petty. You want to go ahead and introduce yourself, talk about the test?
Hey guys, I'm Dylan. Yeah, as you guys know, we've just done the first student-built hot fire test in the state of Ohio. There's a lot of things that we weren't expecting and learned a lot. And the biggest one was that the combustion was totally clear, and so there was a lot of confusion at first, but we looked at the data, and we reached 300 pounds of force and about 350 pounds of chamber pressure, and so there's definitely combustion going on. We are going to test again here shortly, since all of our components look really good, and we'll get the second data point. Anything else?
How did it go from like your standpoint?
Honestly, the whole day's gone really well. Better than I could have imagined. Everything's gone really smooth. It's our first time doing a test out here like this, and there weren't really any hiccups. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you so much. Yeah. No, this project's been going on for almost over 2 years, and dozens and dozens of people have poured a lot of time, thousands of hours into this project, and so it's a win for all of us. But,
oh yeah,
yeah.
it's super exciting.
Yeah, it's awesome. Is anything? Am I good?
Yeah, you're good.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. All right, guys, another interview. I'm joined by one of the liquid engine leads, Seth Arkwright himself. His dad was here earlier. So yeah, you want to talk about yourself and the test and how it went?
Yeah, so I'm a third year. I've been doing the liquid engine project for the last 18 months now. It's almost the only thing I've worked on Rocket Team. It's pretty much been my life outside of classwork. It's everything I work on. And the test went fantastic. We had a thrust and pressure in the chamber that was a little bit lower than anticipated, but the ablative that protects the chamber held up fantastically. We have plenty fuel and oxidizer to go again, and we intend to make a second test. That's going to show how consistent our engine is. It's going to give us 2 sets of data points, and it's going to prove that we can really make an engine work when we want and how we want.
Awesome. So what are you excited to see in the second hot fire then?
So I'm hoping to get the exact same data values, either that or even higher thrust. We're putting the new igniter on right now. We're going to tape it on. Hopefully that'll keep it from falling off. We might get a slightly better ignition, and we'll see how it goes.
All right, awesome. So then what projects are you looking forward to seeing in the future after the successful hot fire?
So the project I'm most excited about is actually integrating the VENM rocket engine into a flight vehicle. That's something we'll be doing in the coming months, and hopefully doing a flight test in March, and hopefully having it at competition at Spaceport down in New Mexico in the coming spring and summer.
That's super exciting.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on the first successful hot fire.
Thank you so much. You too.
Thank you. Super excited to see the second one.
Yeah, me too.
Listen. All right, I'm joined by our environmental health and safety lead and our acting environmental health and safety supervisor here at the hot fire, Jess Mario.
Oh my God. Wow. Hello.
All right, so you want to talk about how the hot fire went from an environmental health and safety perspective?
Great stuff, because we did a TRR before our logistics meeting, and there was a lot of things that could go wrong on a way bigger scale than comparatively like cold flow testing. I know that the very, very extreme catastrophic level was death and stuff, which would be concerning since we're kind of a couple miles away from anything. But we got a couple people fire extinguisher trained.
All right.
I have to go.
Yeah.
I have to go. But great stuff. We got a lot of people on hand. We're being as safe as possible, following all regulations. Hopefully setting the industry standard for college level teams. But hot fire went amazing. I don't want to throw out any numbers, but I think what's been said is we're not exactly where we completely want to be, but we've done some great stuff already today.
Right.
A lot of cheering, a lot of happiness.
Oh yeah.
Good stuff around, fun plans afterwards, and we're about to do it again, which is a huge feat. So very exciting.
Well,
And
congratulations.
thank you so much. And congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, and great job running this.
Thank
This
you.
looks amazing. All right.
All right. Good luck
See ya.
out there.
Have fun.
Thank you. You too. Hey guys, that was Natasha, our live stream troubleshooter. So we're also recording all of the video footage that we get from the hot fire today, and we just started another recording so we could get more video footage of the second one. So it's going to be exciting. Really anticipating number 2. Hi guys, I'm joined with another alumni, Blake Bowser. So you want to talk about your time on the team and how you saw the Liquid Engine project evolve and all that?
Yeah, sure. So, yeah, I've been on the team for a very long time. I'm actually a grad student, so I'm finishing up my second year as a grad student right now. A lot of my research is in, oh yeah, I'll probably get closer to this since it's a little windy. A lot of my research right now is in like aerospace and defense, material science for like jet propulsion engines and whatnot, and that's kind of helped me out a lot with Rocket Team, and Rocket Team's helped me actually get there as well. So, you know, just with that background information, I was one of the founding members of the Liquid Engine here that you're seeing on the video at the moment. It was my senior design project actually to start with, along with a couple other people who are slightly before me, including Charles Campbell. He's one of the original designers of the engine you're seeing there that's being worked on. All around, it's been a fantastic project, and to see the students just improve upon it immensely over the period of 2 years has just been phenomenal. Seeing people and your friends as well just make things incredibly complex and cool is just fantastic. I have nothing else to say about it. It's amazing.
How was the first hot fire?
The first hot fire was fantastic. It was really funny because I don't think a lot of people realized that the flame is supposed to be completely clear. So everyone was kind of freaking out for a minute. But back when we were initially designing it, we recognized that the flame was either going to be completely clear or a slight blue tinge, which you wouldn't see during the day. So I was just laughing when everyone was freaking out. But anyways, yeah, it was fantastic. 300 pounds of force off of the thrust and load cell on the stand over there. So 300 pounds of thrust for about 3 to 4 seconds. I didn't see the exact number, but it was pretty good. So
Yeah.
I was very happy.
It was awesome to watch. Congratulations.
Absolutely. Yeah, thank you. And thank you guys for all the hard work that you do and making sure and maintaining this and providing this for everybody else to see.
Oh yeah. So you're really excited then to see it when it gets put into a rocket?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I'll be a part of making sure it gets into a rocket pretty good. So I'm excited for that. It's going to be
awesome.
good.
Congratulations again.
All right, thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. Thank you, and thank you for making this your senior design project. It's been an incredible opportunity for everyone who's on this team.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
So, cool. Anything else?
So I think they're gonna fill ox right now.
Yep. As soon as everybody clears away from the stand, they'll set up the oxidizer filling, and then we'll be prepared to run the engine one more time, which everything down there looked really well when we were checking it over. The combustion chamber was very clean. The ablative had very minimal erosion on it, which was fantastic for something that produced 300 pounds of force over a period of time. And overall, everything looked great.
Yeah, that's insane. That's awesome. So that combustion chamber was the original concept from your senior design project, though,
yeah,
right?
absolutely. Yeah, I don't think very little of it has changed except for the method in which they create the ablative.
That's awesome.
So
that's insanely cool.
Yep.
So seeing it fleshed out, it has to be
Absolutely.
unbelievable.
Yeah, it's nice to see that it actually worked, because I had a lot of people telling me that it wasn't going to work. So to see it work is like, haha, gotcha. What you gonna do about it?
Well, it works so well too.
Yeah, absolutely. So, but it wouldn't work as good if it wasn't for all you guys working on it over the past couple of years. So,
well, thank you.
Yeah, it would not have happened. So, all right, well, that's it.
Looking forward to a second successful test.
Oh yeah, yeah. So let's see what happens.
All right.
All right, good.
Yes.
Cool.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hello again, guys. I am joined by the Structure Systems Manager, Kuba.
Hello.
So you want to tell us a little bit about the Structures subsystem?
Yeah, so with structures, we do a lot of things, but most importantly, we work with we're essentially the skeleton of the rocket team. You know, all of the different sub-teams come together, and it's our job to make sure that we can integrate it together into one system. So it's very interesting, and there's a lot of different things that kind of go into it, whether it's fins, fin retention, nose cones, or even just body tubes. It's really interesting to see how different things interact.
So what projects are they currently working on?
Yeah, so a big project for us is Emergence 3. That's a 2-stage rocket, and as earlier in the stream Nicole mentioned, it's both stages are sub-minimum diameter, but they also change diameter. So our booster stage, our first stage, is a 6-inch diameter, and our second stage is a 4-inch diameter. So a big thing that we're working on now is a transition module to go from 6 inches into the 4 inches. So that's something that we've never done before. It's seen in the actual industry, but we really don't see it in amateur rocketry that much. So it's really cool.
That's awesome. That's a cool project to work on. So what are you excited to see with the second hot fire?
Well, I mean, the first hot fire was really exciting, that's for sure. To be the first ones in Ohio, that's amazing. And I mean, I'm just hoping that we can get that thrust to that 500 pounds or about to get it back to what we wanted. That'd be really exciting. I mean, I'm so happy that it worked even at the 250 pounds because the liquid engine team has been working so hard on it, and I mean, the team has completely evolved since I first joined. So
that's awesome. So when the liquid engine goes into a rocket, Structures is going to be working a lot with the liquids integration team, right?
Yeah. So of course, with the successful hot fire testing today, now the next stage on the structure side of things is making sure that working with the integration team to fit that into a rocket. So there's going to be a lot of things, especially even how we place the fins and how we just fit the engine in, and just weight distribution. There's going to be a lot that goes into it, but that rocket is also going to have a lot of different research components with recovery, and with structures we're trying to go back into winding our own body tubes. So that's going to be something that we hope to do for that rocket in, I think, March. So
that's really exciting. So what does winding body tubes look like?
Yeah, so it's a pretty fun and long process. You really get to know everybody that sits there with you after 14 hours, but essentially there's this long tube that you slowly wind a strand of fiberglass or carbon fiber or whichever material you're using at the time, and it just rotates around that tube and goes along like the x-axis, and you just got to keep epoxying it throughout, and at the end you get if you do it right, a really nice body tube and a really strong one. We've actually used past some of those body tubes that we wound in the past for Emergence 1. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, it's really exciting. I'm looking forward to all the awesome vehicle integration stuff that comes along after this hot fire.
Yeah, definitely. So.
Well, congratulations on the successful hot fire.
And congratulations as well.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. All right, guys, we're at the point where we're gonna start filling our oxidizer tank, which means we're super close to a second hot fire. We're maybe about 10 minutes out. we got Anna to fix the live stream, so we should be looking good. We're just waiting on that countdown signal, and we should be ready to go. So an update that's maybe not so good. We're checking a leak. What?
It's a little ambiguous.
It's a little ambiguous, like Riley said. But that's why they're out there. So hopefully we get that fixed and soon we can hot fire again. Hey guys, we have another update. It looks like the vent valve is actually open, even though it's showing us that it's closed. We think it's a wiring issue, but it means that we most likely won't be able to do a second hot fire test today. Still stay tuned though, because we definitely have more interviews to come as we do our teardown and our data analysis procedure here. So stay tuned, because you'll be seeing more stuff shortly. Alright guys, so we've officially gotten confirmation that there will not be a second hot fire because there was a leak in the vent valve. Basically what happened was the valve was not sitting flush where it should, so there was a leak out the side while it was going. So it was not a wiring issue, it was an assembly issue. But yeah, I'm here with Claire. She's an infrastructure lead. She's going to tell us a little bit about her experiences today and what she does on infrastructure and what they are as a team. So you want to go for it?
Sure. I had a really fun time today. I got to learn a lot and see a lot of things that are like new, and like I'm really excited to be a part of this and be able to like witness this. And infrastructure, we're focused mainly on improving all of like the performance and the efficiency of the team. So that includes like keeping everything organized. We're actually helping reassemble our I Promise sustainer module for display at the I Promise school. We have a variety of other projects that are happening right now. Just a lot of really fun things, and I'm really excited for this year.
All right. That sounds awesome. So then, what were you really excited about seeing here today?
I was really excited about being able to like come here and learn, because I don't really know much about this project, and it was really interesting to be able to get to like learn and see what everybody was doing to like make this possible. So
yeah, it was really cool. We made history for a successful hot fire.
For sure.
So yeah, we're gonna vent the system, and then we're gonna do some more teardown and probably be out of here soon. So I think this is the end of the stream for us. But congratulations. And we'll see you next time. Go Zips!